Let's talk about AI. Now, we were going to do this story in a one way yesterday because this was the reason I wanted to do this, to talk it through, was to try and make sense of what Sam Altman, the boss of OpenAI, ChatGPT to you and me, was saying in his 13-page document how companies should respond to artificial intelligence, not least of which 4-day weeks. Sounds great, doesn't it? And we'd all get paid the same. That sounds even better. Is it going to happen? But today there is a conference in London on Agentic AI. Now, this is a different thing because this is a thing that is going to work with you to make your life easier, apparently. Well, let's speak to a man who has guided us through this thus far and hopefully will continue to do so. Andrew Gill, AI expert and futurologist. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning, John. I'm back for the 10th time.
Now, you are indeed, and because this is, I think, one of the big stories of our time, because most of us have gone through this whole business of going, okay, what is this, to having it, I suppose, circling us, to quite a few people now dabbling in it. And I just wonder, and I want to take a step back and look at these two stories with you together. Are we looking at AI the wrong way? I wonder whether we were looking at this thing like, oh, it's a smarter, cleaner, single question and answer search engine. And what it actually is, and what it hopes to be, is a way of doing the things that we do at the moment in a very different way.
It is, and unless you play with it, and I've been playing with it since it came out, you don't really understand what it can do. It surprises me every day in the way I use it, but I keep driving it harder and harder. I don't just use it as a search engine. I use it as what I call a decision partner. So if I have a decision to make, I feed it with as much information as possible, and I keep asking it questions as if you and I were in a pub having a chat about something we were working through. But I drive it really hard, and I've learned out how to use it. For example, I'm sure most of your listeners don't know, even on the free version of ChatGPT and others, there's a button called Deep Research. And when you push it, it thinks longer and harder. It takes a bit longer, and it gives you even more detailed information as if you had a group of experts on it. So yes, you're right. We're looking at it as one thing. Unless you're digitally curious, as I say, and investigate what it can do for you and what it can do for your company, you really haven't scratched the surface. So you need to spend more time, not be afraid of it, and play with it.
So I hadn't heard of this phrase, Agentic AI, until this morning. And when I look at it, and I've actually got the government paper here that was written on the 13th of March this year about what is Agentic AI. Now, this, as I understand it, in very, very simple terms, is software that you can program to help you make decisions and indeed run your life. It can answer emails. It can schedule appointments. If you get messages from, I don't know, social media platforms offering you things, it can deal with that. This is potentially transformative if this particular branch of AI catches on.
It is, and it's the next phase. So we've got through generative AI, which is your ChatGPT and your Google Gemini. Agentic AI is what we also call AI agents. This is where it does things for you. Now, at the moment, it's in early stages. You can actually, if you're using ChatGPT or Perplexity or others, you can download their own version of your browser. It then takes over. So the other day I wanted to do some research, and I basically asked it to do something. I let it go, and I was watching it. It's literally clicking the screen. It's entering things. It's scrolling. It's doing everything for you, as if you had a personal assistant helping you with all of your chores. Now, pros and cons, yes, it's very effective and can answer all those things for you, but you have to trust it. So if it then says, well, I want to go onto your bank account and transfer some money to John, am I okay with that? So we need to be really careful. It actually opens up some security nightmares, but it could be transformative. The reason you haven't heard about it yet is it's still in early stages. All the geeks like me are playing with it, but we need to understand what it can do and how it can automate our life. However, here's the health warning.
Yeah.
The processes we have today are not ready for Agentic AI. We've been doing it the old way for 40 or 50 years, which is broken. We need to reimagine how we work get done, and then AI accelerates it.
So we've got processes that aren't compatible with Agentic AI. We've got this conference today that, you know, we've looked upon AI as like a fancy search engine, when actually what this thing potentially is going to be working beside us, or indeed taking away or automating certain things that we do. But there's a key thing in you, and we've talked, as I say, that we've talked about this a lot, you and I, over our various chats on BBC Radio Bristol. You've got to trust it. And there's the rub, Andrew. You've got to trust it. And it will make mistakes.
It will make mistakes, and if you think it makes mistakes with text, imagine it making a mistake and sending the wrong bank instruction to someone. So that's where it becomes a little bit dangerous. You have to trust it. So you might actually give it an account that only has 200 quid in it, so it can't make a big mistake. But this is not you. I stood on stage in 2018 and said, one day we'll have this agent in our life that will do everything for us. And you know what it means? We may no longer in a few years see ads, because our AI agents will do our shopping for us. We'll never see ads. It'll know that we need to get some more milk or look at car insurance. It'll actually go and do that for us, but we're still probably 5 years away from being able to trust it implicitly.
On that last point, Andrew, before I let you go, if we don't see ads, how do companies innovate and tell us about their innovation? So, you mentioned milk there. New and improved milk, filtered, cold, virtually fat-free, but with all the taste. If we're not seeing the advert, we'd never know.
We'd never know, but advertising, remember, and on the BBC, we're lucky we don't hear ads, we hear information. But if you're on a commercial station, you have to stop what you're doing and watch an ad. And again, that's the old way of doing it.
Right.
But actually, if I give you some of my preferences, it knows what I like. My agent learns my preferences. I don't need to watch ads because my agent does the bidding for me. And if you have a new product, it then means you have to write ads for robots. Your milk bar or your chocolate bar has to be appealing, not to me, but to my agent.
Interesting. Andrew, great to have you back with us. We'll talk again. Andrew Gill, AI expert, many thanks indeed. Imagine that.